This is the question that is at the center of my work and something that I think about a lot and that I know educators think about a lot because it can seem like a really broad question and one that requires a lot of work. So what I always tell teachers to do is to start with themselves, to really use tools to think about their own racial identities, their own experiences in school related to those identities, and think about what they needed as young people. When teachers are vulnerable with students, we know that that's helpful modeling for students so that students know that they can also be vulnerable in the classroom. So that's one thing, is really having teachers unpack and explore their own racial identities so that students feel safe enough to do the same. Another thing that I think is really important that I think can be hard for anyone, but hard for educators in particular, is to admit when you've made a mistake. I think that students really respond to seeing their teachers as people and as people that make mistakes and are growing just as they are. So if a teacher messes up, uses a student's name wrong, pulling that student aside and really saying like, look, I see you, I know I made a mistake, I'm sorry, and moving forward from there. So those are the two things that I think are really important to start with, unpacking our own identities and also acknowledging that this is a process for us all and knowing when to apologize and when we've made a mistake. One thing that I really want educators to take away from this course is that this work is lifelong, and so I want them to think about professional developments they want to pitch to their schools, conversations they can start with colleagues at the conference but then continue after the conference, to really talk about and unpack their own identities, the identities of the students in their school, as well as the culture in their school. So developing a mindset of continuing education that may start today but continues after today and into the rest of the school year and school years to come.